Welcome to This Explainer. We are on a mission today, right now, to find the absolute most dependable tech out there. We've dug through all the long-term reports, the expert recommendations, and literally thousands of user reviews to find the machines that absolutely will not let you down. Okay, let's dive into this.
Let's just be honest for a second here. Are you totally tired of laptops that just freeze up right when you need them the most? Or, they die after just an hour off the charger? It's literally a universally shared frustration. You spend your hard-earned money on a brand new machine only to have it constantly stutter, lag, or basically become a useless brick after just 6 months. We've all been there, and honestly, it's just exhausting.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core problem in the laptop market today. What consumers think they need, or actually scratch that, what salespeople often upsell them on is the absolute most powerful machine with crazy specs. But what do they actually want? They just want a machine that turns on fast, doesn't freeze constantly, and lasts for years. You really don't need a supercomputer just to answer emails and stream Netflix, right? You just crave consistency.
So how do we actually measure that consistency? Well, we're judging reliable everyday laptops strictly by these 4 pillars: battery life, durability, performance consistency, and long-term software support. We aren't looking at any flashy experimental gimmicks today. No way. If a laptop doesn't nail these 4 exact metrics day in and day out, it simply didn't make our list.
All right, kicking off our countdown at number 3, we have the premium all-rounder, the Asus ZenBook 14.
This is where we really start seeing a fantastic balance of portability and value. I absolutely love what reviewers are saying about this machine. Quietly became one of the best everyday laptops on the market. And it's true, it hasn't relied on massive, noisy marketing hype. Instead, it earned its spot because it just does almost everything really, really well. Plus, unlike some of those cheap, plastic-feeling alternatives out there, the ZenBook actually feels incredibly premium in your hands.
Just look at these core strengths. You get beautifully fast performance, a super lightweight design so it won't break your back on your daily commute, strong battery life, a gorgeous display, and it runs incredibly quiet. It is pretty much the ultimate machine for students running between classes, doing standard office work, everyday web browsing, binge-watching Netflix, or jumping on those endless Zoom meetings.
So the crucial point is right here. It stays smooth even after years of use. For the everyday multitasker, this is a massive advantage. You aren't just buying it for today, you're buying it for 2028 and beyond, because the ZenBook series is famous for maintaining that buttery smooth performance over time.
Moving right along to number 2, the indestructible workhorse itself, the Lenovo ThinkPad T14.
I mean, if reliability were a competition, ThinkPads would take home the gold medal every single year. Built like a tank. That is hands down the best way to describe it. Companies literally buy fleets of these things because they know they survive the battlefield of the office, whether that's a sudden drop from a desk or a direct hit from a spilled cup of coffee. They just don't want to deal with IT headaches or fragile screens, and this laptop completely delivers on that.
Let's break down exactly who loves this laptop and why. Programmers absolutely swear by it because it has this incredibly excellent tactile keyboard. Office workers love the strong build quality that easily handles the daily commute. And business professionals really depend on its great battery life and overall comfort. If you're doing heavy daily usage, this is arguably one of the safest, most dependable choices you can make in 2026 for sure.
I think this quote perfectly sums up the whole ThinkPad philosophy. They don't try to look futuristic, they simply work. Honestly, they aren't flashy at all. They won't turn heads at a coffee shop with neon lights or crazy dual screens. But what they will do is work. Day after day, year after year. That incredible, boring but beautiful reliability is its truest feature.
And now, the moment we've been building towards. Number 1, the perfect everyday choice, the MacBook Air M4.
I really have to say, this machine is almost impossible to hate. Let's look at exactly why it takes the crown. Everything feels incredibly smooth. The battery essentially lasts forever. It stays completely silent, apps open instantly, and the performance remains perfectly consistent. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the secret behind all of this: Apple's hyper-efficient chips. It does all this heavy lifting without breaking a sweat. It rarely ever overheats during normal use, which means the hardware just isn't constantly stressed out.
And all that efficiency leads directly to completely stress-free use cases. Whether you need it for school, demanding work tasks, content consumption, back-to-back video calls, light video editing, or heavy multitasking, this device handles the whole shebang seamlessly. For the student or the casual home user, it makes getting things done incredibly easy and friction-free. But here's the real kicker. Apple's software support lasts for years. It's not just about the hardware surviving physically, it's about the operating system staying secure, updated, and fast. This longevity means the laptop stays incredibly useful much longer than many of its competitors, completely solidifying the MacBook Air M4 as the closest thing we have to a genuinely perfect laptop for everyday users right now.
Of course, we have to talk about some honorable mentions. Let's look at a few other highly reliable options.
We totally know not everyone wants Mac OS, right? You might be shopping in entirely different price ranges, or maybe you just prefer a different operating system altogether. If you are exploring outside our top 3, these are absolutely worth considering. The HP Spectre X360, the Dell Inspiron series, the Acer Swift Go, and the Microsoft Surface Laptop are all highly reliable options that consistently score super well with everyday users. Definitely keep those on your radar as fantastic alternatives.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our essential buying advice, what you absolutely need to know before you spend a single dime.
So, before you click buy, let's run through this rapid-fire checklist. Focus on battery life, because you need all-day usability without having to constantly hug a wall outlet. Focus on build quality. It absolutely must survive daily wear and tear. Ensure it has SSD storage for lightning-fast boot-ups and load times. Don't ignore keyboard comfort, which is totally crucial if you're typing every single day. And finally, prioritize long-term reliability. Remember, the best laptop isn't the one with the most flashy stickers on the box. It's simply the one that keeps working smoothly for years to come.
So I want to turn it over to you now. Is your laptop actually working for you, or do you feel like you're constantly working just to keep it alive? Which laptop are you currently using? Drop your setup down in the comments. I would absolutely love to read through them and see what you're working with. And hey, if this explainer helped you out, make sure to stay tuned for our next one, where we flip this script completely and dive into the top 3 worst laptops to avoid in 2026. You definitely won't want to miss that. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll see you next time.